Hey guys, welcome to I Healed My Body. What's my hair doing? It's the first thing I look at because that was my job. Let's see, let me just straighten out my clothes. So the results are in from the PET scan, and I want to preempt telling you this with the fact that we don't have anything to compare the PET scan to, meaning I have never done a PET scan before, and so we don't have this PET scan to compare to another PET scan. So it makes it a little difficult to know what is going on inside of my body. I still have cancer in my lymph nodes, which I figured, even though, I've been very positive about being healed, and I think that's still important. But I still have cancer in some lymph nodes here and on my torso. There's one by my lung that has cancer. It has not moved to any major organ, which is a great thing. So I think a lot of the stuff I'm doing is keeping it from moving. I will know more when I go down to Hope for Cancer, because they know my particular situation and they have mapped out my body and where the cancer is at. So my doctor will sit down after he has his blood test results and the ultrasound results and all of that, and be able to give a detailed idea of what is going on in my body, if it has decreased or increased or anything like that. At this point, I don't know. All I know is it is the same as I thought it was, meaning there's nothing new in my body that the PET scan told me that I didn't already know about. So I was a little disappointed when my doctor called today, and that's my doctor, Hildebrand, that is in California. She said, she sounded very somber and upset. And, she just doesn't know my whole situation. So I don't have one doctor really keeping track of the whole thing, except for my Dr. Allen that is down at in Cancun. So I think my doctor's seeing the PET scan for the first time, and I think she just gets a little freaked out. Anyway, it freaked me out a bit, but in thinking about the whole thing, there really is no movement that I know of on the cancer. Like I said, when I go down to Cancun, and I'm leaving tomorrow, I will know more, because they're going to be able to lay it out for me. So that will be more answers, because they're going to take blood tests and they're going to do my markers and see how, if my markers are any lower. Maybe some of the things I was doing is not working. I am considering taking it up a notch by doing off-label drugs that is talked about in How to Starve Your Cancer, that book. I think it's a smarter way to go than poisoning your whole entire body. So yeah, that's what I am considering, and that is my plan B. It's been a little daunting this morning, and I have felt kind of all over the board about it. I did cry a little bit, because who doesn't want to hear you're free and clear? But I kind of knew I probably wasn't going to be free of it, because the lymph node here, even though it's gone down, which I think is a great sign, I could still feel it. So I knew something is there. And, my doctor talked about this one, and she had forgotten that I had told her about it. And she was a little freaked out by it. And I was like, well, remember I told you that I had a lymph node that was swollen. So, and she said, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So she's trying to piece together everything, and maybe it's my mistake because I don't have one doctor covering everything, but it's a little hard with my doctors being in Cancun to, that I can talk to them. So I can't really talk to them unless I email with them or go down there. So things I'm contemplating is doing the off-label drugs like metformin, a statin, whatever. But my clinic down in Mexico is actually on par with that book. And I think a lot of medical cancer people are paying attention to what that book says now, because there are some oncologists that are prescribing these off-label drugs and having good results with them. So I'm going to be looking into that and maybe possibly going to a doctor that is into that, prescribing those off-label drugs. So that's the update. I leave tomorrow morning. My flight has already been delayed by half an hour, a day ahead. So the takeaway on this is I am not out of the woods yet. I have a lot more work to do, and it might take something a little more extreme to kill the cancer. But I am going to remain positive, and I'm going to be using the word healing all the time. So if you hear me say healing, healed, I am healed, all of that, I'm keeping positive, because what other way am I going to go? Am I just going to be depressed and sad and that I couldn't get rid of it in 3 months? Cancer takes a very long time to develop in the body. So much like weight loss, it can take some time to get rid of. And I'm sorry I compared cancer to weight loss. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, I'll be vlogging and doing Insta stories from Cancun. I'll probably put a little bit of personal stuff in there. Like, we're going to try to actually go have some vacation days, like actually go do something down in Cancun. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the beach. Yeah. All right, you guys, thanks for listening to my update, and I hope you're well, and I'll see you next time on I Healed My Body.